We were talking earlier about where this adventure could lead us over 4 hours' time.
You and me together? Hand in hand?
All of us. Who knows? Who knows where it goes? Yesterday.
What's so special about today?
It's every day. It's this.
Don't you see? It's an electric word, life.
That's right. Listen to this. Who would have thought at the beginning of yesterday's program that a short 3 hours and 55 minutes later, we'd hear Chris Demm's impression of Don Amici?
Certainly not me.
Okay. We did, though. We did it.
With a sprinkling of Ralph Bellamy.
Yes! Yes! With Ralph Bellamy. Now,
That's the wonderful part about this show.
who would know? Who would know what's going to happen there?
By later today, maybe a Barbara Bel Geddes.
God help us all.
That's right. Now, when I said to Chris Demm, Dave and I could play Jaws today. It's possible.
That's right.
It's possible to play Jaws. Because we've had a great white shark spotted near the coast of Cape May County in New Jersey.
Oh, I've been to Cape May.
You're a Cape May man.
Oh.
Yes.
Probably came up from southern waters.
Definitely southern waters. 12-footer.
24.
Fisherman Jim Piazza said, I was fishing and I saw a fin come out of the water. And he says, this is a big one. It's a great white. It's a big one. They're estimating now it's a teenage shark.
They're the worst.
12 feet long. Yes. Oh, God.
You know.
Oh,
Moody, always hungry.
Hanging out. They stink all the time.
Doesn't clean up after himself.
That's right. That's right.
They
That's
stink
right.
up the whole island.
They're warning, stay out of the water right now in Cape May. We got 4th of July less than a month away. Now, the mayor has stepped forward. These beaches will be open.
It's a beautiful summer.
Don't worry.
You think his parents? You think his parents are yelled at him to go scare some swimmers? You just gotta sit here all summer.
Get out of the house.
Go do something.
Get out of the nest.
Go scare some swimmers.
That fisherman got several videos and photos of the shark. It was floating right next to his boat, and he was trying to catch it, but could not catch and capture it. But
How much experience do you think you have to have as a fisherman or a shark expert to know a species of a shark? Because to me, sharks just look like shark.
yeah,
I mean, I know some of them have black tips on their fins, and I'm assuming that might be your black tip.
but yeah, right, yeah, and they.
But I mean, there's lemon
Hammerhead.
and
hammerhead.
Well, yeah, that's an obvious. Maybe tigers have a little bit of striping if you look closely, but
maybe
Those bull sharks look like they're really thick.
thick.
They look like a thick shark.
They're mean, right? Those are the ones that are
bulls are mean.
Yeah, I think they get you.
What's about the hammer? The hammerhead is a pretty cool looking shark.
I mean, that's prehistoric and that's one of the coolest looking animals altogether.
I agree. But the great white is the one you don't want to face. Isn't that right?
because of the book.
That's true.
Because maybe that's right. Or is the bull?
I think bulls and tigers are
Yeah.
just as aggressive.
I always thought the bull had like the most attacks.
You may be right. You may be, but they're dealing with it up there early this summer.
Well, what is your shark test, Kelly, for water?
Oh, I did this last week, but it was really
You bungled it.
I bungled it so badly. I almost don't want to revisit. You go to your kitchen, okay, wherever you're staying near the ocean, and you get a tablespoon, and you go out to the ocean.
Right.
Get down on your hands and knees, and you take the spoon and dip it into the water as it comes up on the shore, and then you taste it just with your tongue. Now, if the water is salty, you're very close to a shark. How about that? How about that?
Yeah.
Again,
Long way to get.
didn't translate it that well, unfortunately.
What if I'm not staying at a place with a kitchen?
Yeah, what if we would
I don't have an efficiency.
a kitchenette?
Well, then
Must be nice.
You're out of luck. Then you're out. You won't be able to find out. There's a claim also about Top Gun Maverick. I'm seeing it tomorrow for the second time. I hope. It could be pulled from theaters over a copyright claim.
This would be the biggest scandal in movie history in ages.
I see no way it can happen, but I don't know the ins and outs of the law. The original Top Gun was based on an article in a magazine in 1983. I didn't know that. That's where they got this from. The story was called Top Guns by a guy named Ehud Yoneh. He's dead. He died 10 years ago, but his heirs are taking advantage of a provision in copyright law allowing authors to reclaim the rights to their works 35 years after it's published. And we are at the 35-year mark. 36 years now.
It's an article he wrote? Mm-hmm. Did he write it for a publication?
It doesn't say.
Because if he wrote it for a publication, they probably bought it, and then it's theirs.
Does not say which publication it was in. It said based on a 1983 magazine story called Top Guns. I wonder if it's in some sort of aviator magazine.
Probably.
Well, his heirs say Paramount never renewed the rights to the original article before making the sequel, and their time ran out a year ago, and now it's in theaters, and the timing is wrong for them. Cases like this might become more common because studios continue to come back to older franchises and revive them.
Every day.
Yeah. One of the lawyers representing the family also represented the writers of the original Predator movie, who sued 20th Century Fox to regain the rights to their screenplay successfully. He also represented the heirs of some comic book writers who want to regain the rights to characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, saying that copyright has run out.
How much do we want?
There's no mention of money, but surely a portion of the profits, a portion of the profits of the movie is what they're looking for. I'll tell you, they better keep it in there through tomorrow. I'm seeing it again tomorrow. I got my Fandango.
You Fandangoed?
I Fandangoed it already. So.
You picked good seats this time.
Well, I tried. I don't know. My son didn't want to sit with us. So
What's that?
What? You want to go see the movie with him, and he didn't want to sit with you?
It's me, my wife, got my daughter roped into it. Now, showed her the original Top Gun.
The whole fam?
Whole family's going. Showed her the original Top Gun yesterday over her protest, but we did it. I said, sit down and watch this. This is good movie making right here, and we want you to go with us to see the sequel. But they have opted to sit in the back corner of the theater, one in each, and then we're down front.
I thought it was just a father-son thing. That's what made it special.
No, my wife wanted to go.
She wanted
Man, we should pay a stranger to creep your son out.
Yeah.
We should pay. We'd be in on it, but we should have some really weird person just come up and sit in the seat next to him. I wanted to sit back here, but looks like you bought my seat.
And then
I
just,
always sit there.
Yeah,
and then just stare at him through the movie.
yeah.
I first started sitting there when I saw 10 Things I Hate About You.
Just see how quickly your son is like, can I sit down here? No.
Seats are reserved.
Sorry, seats taken. Well, you chose your seat. That's it.
If I scream loudly during the movie, don't be alarmed.
So is this the first time your wife has been in a theater since pre-pan?
Yes. The last movie she saw in a theater was 1917, the World War
year?
I movie. Yes, that's right. The World War I movie.
Great movie, by the way.
Loved it. But
It's been on the upper channels lately. I've
Has
seen
it?
Yeah.
That was in January of 2020 was the last time. That's the last one I saw, too, until I saw Top Gun recently.
Well, I know your wife has kind of specialized. What's the word? She's very good about sneaking snacks and drinks in. Will you be sneaking snacks?
She could be very rusty at this. I think so. There's nobody to stop you from sneaking snack. Nobody checks you. At least when I went the other day. You know, I was thinking the other day, honestly, I mean, I mentioned this. We went in. I didn't know where the people were. But, you know,
What do I do?
it used to be you'd walk up to the very front of the theater. You'd be outside.
Ticket taker behind, or a
That's right.
seller behind glass.
Yeah, and my friend who I went with said, I'm parking the car. Go ahead and get us checked in. And I go up there and I just put my face on the glass. And
Tap, tap, tap.
Where are you? You know, and there was no one there. So we walked in. We wandered around for a while. You said there's a kiosk, which I'm sure there is, that you wave your ticket under. But honestly, I could have never bought a ticket and could have walked right into that theater knowing what time it played without any question. Because I had to go up to the concession stand and wait in line to show my ticket on the phone, and no one took
I have paid. I paid on Thursday.
Yeah. You just go.
Nobody tore your ticket.
No, there was no. I mean, they did. They took it. They scanned it, but there certainly was nobody
Could have bypassed that.
easily. I mean, with the theater, you know, the aisles for the theaters before you get to the concession stand. So at this theater, at least, could have done it.
I wonder if they will redesign theaters going forward, because they were built, like you said, for fully staffed, pre-pandemic business.
If you're building a new theater, do you take in mind the changing face of things, or do you think it goes back to normal at some point? You just need kiosks, really, is all you need, right?
Yeah, you don't need as many humans, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to pay people.
So if I wanted to just buy a ticket at the theater, I still can, right? I could just walk up to the counter and buy a ticket, right? Can I?
Probably could, but you probably could do it at the kiosk. They'll probably direct you to the same kiosk.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's how it'll be from now on, I bet. I bet there'll be several kiosks.
Like an ATM.
Yeah, and that's how you'll wind up.
Well, Kelly, you showed me that new Taco Bell.
It's incredible.
It's the Taco Bell of the future.
Taco Bell today, it opens in Minnesota, and there's a Taco Bell that they are taking into account now the future of fast food. That's what they're calling it, the future of fast food. And the way you go through there now is you have, let me get this exactly
5
right.
lanes, 6 lanes?
It's 6 lanes, and there's no indoor dining at all. And the way it works is you go into, you drive through, and there are 4 lanes for ordering on the app. Okay, you've already ordered on the app, and those are 4 lanes. There is 1 lane or maybe 2 lanes for DoorDash and that kind of thing that go through and pick it up. And then 1 lane for regular drive-through traffic. You just drive up, you make your order.
But guess where the restaurant is?
Above you.
It's over your head.
Mm-hmm. And then when you drive through it, you drive under the restaurant, and the food comes down like in a bank tube.
Yeah.
And you're contactless. You never see a human being.
It just elevators down to you.
It elevators down to you. But my question was, what if something's wrong with the order? What if you look through the bag and,
that never happens. Not in the future.
Well, to paraphrase Biggie, you typed it, Hoss.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but what if they mess it up? What if you type in something and they mess it up? How do you get?
I forgot. I want extra sauce.
Yeah. Can I get? There's no human contact, and that
I don't know what to tell you.
It bothers me. I just don't like things like that. It bothers me the way we're going on this. I mean, and all these guys are like, we're eliminating human
as a
contact.
human or as a job lover.
Well, both. I mean, as a human, I think we keep designing it to not see each other, not have contact with each other.
Yes.
And I know you like that, but I just think, what are we doing here?
Just think of all the young high school sophomores you won't have to make awkward
conversation with
anymore, Kelly.
But it's become a necessity. There's nobody wants to work there.
Well, that's right. That's right.
They have to adapt.
It's true. Taco Bell has teamed with a group that makes these types of buildings. And it's called a new concept. It's called, they had a name for it, Taco Bell Defy, D-E-F-Y. Reduces service time for the Taco Bell drive-through orders to under 2 minutes. So they say you'll be able to get through in under 2 minutes. And they're really pushing people to the app. I mean, 4 lanes for the app order, 2 for DoorDash, and only 1 for the traditional, may I take your order, please?
Do you just punch it in, you think, or you speak it into a speaker?
I didn't see that on which way to do it, but
I bet you still talk to someone on a
probably
speaker.
a speaker.
But I'll tell you, the DoorDash stuff makes total sense. I mean, so many of those spaces now, it's, somebody's coming to pick up an order, pick this up. I mean, you go into like a Chipotle, they got just a whole table of bags just lined up, and you go in, you go, nope, that name, okay, bye.
All right, so people are willing to pay extra to get it delivered to them. They are so, now we will not go through and go get the food anymore. We'll pay extra to have it delivered. That's just become a norm now. It's what people do. I'll never do it. I'll never get into that. It's just not my thing.
No.
You're still Johnny, call the pizza place.
I'll call the pizza place.
Yeah, pick it up.
I want to talk to you. I want to pick it up. I want to come in, put my hands on it. And I'll have you delivered if you're a regular old pizza delivery driver guy, but I'm not doing that other stuff. I just
No third parties in your life.
No third party. I just refuse it.
It's
I just won't do it.
It's just
Strange
amazing.
I won't do it.
The worst line in the sand ever drawn.
Kick it.
I'm just not doing it.
I refuse to Uber Eats.
I just won't.
I will not Uber Eat.
Don't.
I just won't do it. I don't believe in it. I don't know why. I just am not.
I will tell you this. I was in visiting some friends at a pizza place the other night. The internet orders just constantly. Probably twice as much as the phone now. It just makes the noise, boom, order,
All
boom,
the time.
order.
All the time.
Occasionally the phone will ring, and when the phone rings, it kind of startles you because you're like, what?
There's Chris.
Get the pineapple out.
Large
Look
pineapple
around
and
too,
ham.
like
That's boo from the
get it?
radio calling again. That's what I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what ticks me off. I was ordering a $12 salad the other day. Okay. And I go inside the restaurant and I go through the line and everything. And the guy comes over to me and starts making food. And I'm standing there. I'm like, hey, man, I'm standing right here in front of you. And he's just making stuff. And he's like, hold on 1 second, please. And he makes like 5 or 6 things. And I'm like, I'm standing right here. But all those orders are coming in.
internet orders,
Internet
yeah.
orders. And I don't see.
Do the app.
I don't see the people. Right.
What if it was my order holding you up?
Oh,
Sorry, Biggie ordered.
man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, he's on the internet again.
Right there. Whew, I can't. Well, Chris Demm was talking the other day. This is technology now. We were in Raleigh-Durham, made the trip there, and we had taken our station vehicle, which is as rudimentary and basic a vehicle as you will ever get in. The locks aren't even automated.
No.
You know, it's
You literally roll windows down.
right. So
Fred Flintstone's car had more features.
that's right. There is nothing. I mean, you have to, turn, crank.
You crank the windows down.
In fact, Chris Demm said, "What year was this car made?" And I got out the old manual. What was it? 2015.
Yeah,
it's a 2015.
It's
vehicle.
younger than it looks.
We got it at the. I mean, it is as basic can get. So as we're leaving, Chris Demm's driving. He won't let me drive. I don't drive.
You're not a good driver.
Not a good driver.
Well.
And Chris Demm puts it in reverse to back out, and he goes, "I just can't do this without the camera."
Pansy.
The camera. I don't know.
Where do I look?
I can't do it.
You're just smashing the car behind you. The sensor didn't go off.
Thethe's no little guidelines.
I don't know when to stop without the sensor.
No idea. So
We didn't run over any fairgoers.
In fairness, I think they put the wrap on those windows backwards because you can't see out of them.
I said, "I can't do it. I can't do it without the camera." And he rolled over a few fairgoers, and I said, "Go, go, go."
We're in a marked vehicle.
Yeah. And then the other day, I was all about the electric car the other day. Oh, and by the way, I know somebody that has one of those E-Mustangs.
You know
Now
somebody.
that's a good brag there.
Holy cow. I saw this.
Yeah, telling people you know someone in a Prius just does not have the shine.
I've said that for a while. I know
that
somebody
you thought it does.
I kept saying that, but now I know somebody that has one of those
Mach-E.
Mach-E Mustangs. And him,
Pickler?
No, I can't say. I shouldn't say. He came peeling up the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Where else would he peel up to? The bone broth store?
Hey, you ordering on the line like me? Oh, no, I order in the app.
I was standing there staring at this thing like, I guess he could tell. He's like, "Do you want to get closer to it?" And I was like, "Yeah, let me get close." He says, "Don't touch it." But I looked at it, and I said, "Well, something like this set you back now. What does this cost you?" He goes, "This one was $72,000. Had all the bells and whistles on it."
Yeah.
And he said, "Drives like a dream," and
With that price, it
goes
should.
like 340 miles on a single charge. I was pretty impressed. It looked gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. Chris Demm, I had said maybe I might get that Chevy Bolt. And
Fortunately, we passed one.
we did pass one. In fact, we were coming up on it. See, I always say this stuff just, out my ass. I have no idea. I was like,
No.
"Yeah, I'll get the Chevy Bolt one of these days." Chris Demm goes, "Is it too small for you?" I said, "No, it'll fit. Don't worry." So we're on the highway coming back from Raleigh. And Chris Demm goes, "What is that little speck of a car up there? Look at that thing." And we got up close to it, and I was like, "It looks like it's a Chevrolet." And Chris Demm said, "What does it say below Chevrolet?" I said, "Bolt." And Chris Demm goes, "You're going to drive that?" I mean,
It's the size of a shoebox.
It's not a bolt.
If you fart in that thing, it'll flip.
Yeah. Actually, you speed up about 5 miles per hour.
It's a turbo boost.
I try to save it. I said, "Well, I hear it's deceptively spacious on the inside."
More headroom than it looks like.
Where do they hide it?
I mean, it could not have been tinier. Chris Demm's like, "We're just going to blow that thing off the road, even in our old vehicle, So no, I will not be. Now the Mach-E, I would love to. That is a beautiful vehicle.
A friend of mine offered a little tip for electric cars and parking because normally the spots for the electric car are up close. Good news is no one knows what one looks like yet, so he said just park there and hang the thing off the front of your car.
Just take a thing and hang it.
Yeah, he said I've done it a few times. They have great parking
Just
spaces.
an extension cord.
He said just pull up where the charger is. He said hang it off the front of your grill. Nobody knows where the hell they go anyway, so no one's going to come up and be like, "That's not right."
What a great point. Who would even look
I
twice?
don't know where the
at it?
plugs go.
No, who would even think twice? Put it
Somebody said, "Is that an electric Jeep?" He said, "Yep."
Yeah, in a parking garage for a show or a concert or something. What a great idea. Exactly.